Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Spoilers and Theories video for NCIS Season 10 Episode 20, Chasing Ghosts. Did I just say goats? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spoilers and Theories video for NCIS Season 10 Episode 20, Chasing Ghosts. I don't know whether to be really excited or really terrified, so now I'm just kind of a catastrophic mixture of both. I've also set my hopes dangerously high, so if I start sounding like I'm going nuts, it's because I have. So, just a warning. This is the official press release for Chasing Ghosts. In the promo, we get a little bit of case stuff, but for the most part, it's Tony and Ziva and whatever is happening there. Basically, Tony suspects Ziva of going on some rogue mission because she has hopped on that train before, and he has McGee hunting her down, and McGee's like, we're gonna install Ziva cam, and then Tony's like, if that's what it takes. And then apparently Homeland is calling for Ziva, which worries me for reasons I will explain later. We also see Tony hunt her down, and he finds her in a motel room. Okay, theories. I'm just gonna go straight to theories because I can't wait any longer. The thing that I don't think anyone is really concerned about this episode is the case. I am wondering how it's going to tie in, if it's going to tie in at all. Is it just going to be a background thing while Tony and Ziva have their big moments? Or is it going to involve the whole Bodner situation? That's what gets me, but for the most part, I'm not really concerned about the case. Tony and Ziva, I feel like this is the Aliyah arc, which I've called the Aliyah arc up until 10 minutes ago, so excuse me if I start tripping over pronunciation, but I feel like this is that whole arc done over again. But this time, it's having the opposite effect. While last time, he confronted her and it kind of destroyed their relationship. It was like one step forward, two steps back. This time, I feel like it's going to strengthen them because they'll have learned from their mistakes. Last time, it didn't help anyone. Ziva ended up getting captured, tortured, and almost died, and everyone else almost died in the process. So, I feel like this is going to be a big step forward for Tony and Ziva. We also see Tony getting a little, well, not even a little, a lot protective, because he's like full out Ziva hunting right now. Pinging her phone, hunting her down, installing Ziva cams, which I did not even know was a thing. I really hope he says something. I hope McGee acknowledges it in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not the upfront, I know who you're in love with, because that would be a little forward, but maybe just hinting at something, be like, hey, DeNozo. In the promo, we also get a scene of Tony going to the world's filthiest motel. I think the real mystery of this episode is how this place has escaped being shut down by the health department. I have this theory that he's on the phone with McGee and he's gonna be like, are you sure, McGee? This is really sketchy. And then he's gonna open the door and then there's gonna be Ziva and he's gonna be like, found her, click, and then we're gonna be foofed. I am really excited because we know, judging by the promotional pictures, that she does let him in. And we also see a picture of Berlin on the map. Wink, wink. But Berlin's another story for another day. We'll break down that wall when we come to it. But what really excites me is that Ziva does let Tony in. She's not shutting him down anymore. That gun that she holds to the face of Tony when he opens the door will most likely be put down and not shoved into his chest again. Which makes me happy, because last time that was not a good thing. I'm really excited to see where this takes us, because Berlin, obviously, from what we've seen so far, is going to be exciting and is going to have a lot of things we have not seen before. So just thinking about that that's beginning gets me excited. Also, I am very concerned about Tony and Ziva's jobs, because if Homeland's already calling about Ziva, I don't think the whole Berlin thing, you know, skipping the country, I don't think that's going to come across well. I don't know if you guys check the scorecard on tvline.com, but it has some openings for job firings and replacing of job positions. So I'm curious to see if one of those places or both of those places go to Tony and Ziva, because I doubt they can come back from this and just be like, hey, welcome back guys, how was your trip? I'm going to assume there's going to be a wee bit of trouble when they return. I'm okay with it because we get some really sweet Tiva, quote unquote. I'm just really excited. Also, we end on a cliffhanger, and the big thing is, what is this cliffhanger going to be? Is it going to be Bodner? Is it going to be something with Tony and Ziva? Is it going to be them deciding to skip the country? That is what the big question is. I feel like it's either going to be something concerning him, we're going to get a scene with Bodner, or we're going to get some kind of cut-off scene with Tony and Ziva. Because how do you just skip the country? I'm assuming they're just gonna leave and not tell anyone. Maybe Gibbs. Maybe they'll alert Gibbs, because obviously Gibbs is caught up in the next episode. However, I digress. People have seen the promo and assumed that she was talking to Tony in this one scene where she's on the phone and looks really worried. I doubt that's Tony, because Tony's like right behind her, and I don't think he has a phone with him, so I'm gonna shut that theory down right now. So that's Chasing Ghosts in a nutshell. I'm so excited that this whole thing is happening. I cannot wait to see it. I feel that we're beginning something. Again, remember what I said about dangerously high hopes, so I'm probably not setting a good example if you want to stay calm, but keep calm and carry on was never my motto. I just remembered we have a hiatus between Berlin and Chasing Ghosts, and now I have the sudden urge to vomit. Also, side note, this is kind of more geared towards Berlin, but Rivka David, we are meeting her in Berlin, and people have been debating whether or not it's in flashback form or present day, but due to the fact that the actress playing her is about 28 years old, I'm gonna assume that we are seeing her in flashback, unless they had her like cryogenically frozen, and I'm like 99% sure that that didn't happen. So I'm gonna go with flashback. I believe that's it. I cannot wait for Chasing Ghosts. What is going on? We still haven't gotten a sneak peek, but that's alright because we get the full episode tomorrow. So be ready, be prepared. Chasing Ghosts. I said goats again. Goodbye.